put this one in the air. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. This time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now we see the first throw of the ball game, and he's got it complete. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point by Melissa. It's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing Jones. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now Jones. He'll find Parker again, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Parker. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Stevenson. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, Stevenson. And this time he is in. Ramondre Stevenson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Pats are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with one of their own. Folk connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Foles. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here's Jones on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The connection here with Nelson Agholor. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. He'll get this down to the 38.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Play action. Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And now Nick Folk. His career long, 56 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Now Foles. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack.
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Foles. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
New England's offense set to go.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And this is Parker, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Back to Stevenson on first down.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 24, Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kwity Paye. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. Folk's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So at halftime,
a happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Throwing again on second down. Foles. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get the big pass and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First and 10, Taylor now. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
On the return is Jones. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So the Patriots coming out now.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 22, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw now on first down. Completes it to Aguilar.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Jones now, off the play fake. Open man here, the tight end Henry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down.
Down to the 25. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10
from the gun and Stevenson.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Stevenson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Jones keeps it himself. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Foles ready to lead this offense. Down 17-14, 46 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw.
Finding Pittman.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
Pass complete to Allie Cox.
7 yards there on the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He's back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Back to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots.